A quiet crisis is playing out inside the bodies of millions of people over 60. It's an epidemic that rarely shows its face with symptoms until it's dangerously advanced, turning one of our most essential organs into a ticking time bomb. It's not just about heavy drinking. Although recent data is startling, death rates from alcohol-associated liver disease in the US have roughly doubled between 1999 and 2022. But there's another, even more widespread threat. A hidden wave of fatty liver disease is building. And some projections suggest that by 2040, it could affect nearly half of the adult population. So, could you or someone you love be unknowingly at risk? The tough reality is that the aging process itself makes our livers more vulnerable than ever before. But what if you could shield this vital organ, possibly reverse some of the damage, and take back your health? Stick with me as we unpack the shocking realities and give you a practical guide to protecting your liver in the modern world. 1. The hidden threat: why your liver is more vulnerable after 60 as we get older. Our bodies go through countless changes, and the liver is no different. It's an incredibly resilient organ, but after 60, its natural superpowers start to fade. Research shows that with age, the liver can actually shrink by 20 to 40%. And the blood flow that fuels its amazing regenerative power slows down. This simply means the liver gets less efficient and more easily damaged by a lifetime of exposures. Two main culprits are behind this silent crisis: non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, NAFLD, and alcohol-related liver disease. First, let's tackle NAFLD. It's now the most common liver problem in older adults, and it's mostly fueled by metabolic issues like obesity, type 2 diabetes, and high cholesterol, all things that become more common as we age. It starts silently, with just a simple buildup of fat inside the liver cells. In these early stages, you won't feel a thing, but it's far from harmless. This can escalate into a more aggressive form called non-alcoholic steatohepatitis, or NASH, where the liver gets inflamed. This inflammation is your body's alarm system. But when it's always on, it leads to fibrosis, the start of scar tissue. Think of this scarring as your liver slowly hardening. As more scar tissue takes over healthy liver cells, it can progress to cirrhosis. At that stage, the damage is often irreversible and dramatically increases the risk of liver failure and liver cancer. In fact, estimates suggest that 3 out of 5 liver cancer cases are linked to preventable risk factors like these. The second major threat is alcohol. Even if you've always been a moderate drinker, the same glass of wine or beer can cause more harm after 60. Your body just doesn't process alcohol the way it used to, leading to a higher chance of injury. The latest data shows a troubling spike in alcohol-related liver disease and deaths among people over 70 in the United States. For those over 60 who already have alcohol-related liver disease, serious complications like cirrhosis are far more common and severe. Finally, we have to talk about medications. Older adults are often on multiple prescriptions, and this raises the risk of drug-induced liver injury. Your liver has to process every single thing you consume, and the combined workload of different medications can become a source of chronic stress and damage. This mix of natural aging, metabolic shifts, and lifestyle habits creates a perfect storm, putting a huge strain on the livers of older adults. The real danger is its silence. The damage creeps up without any warning bells, until the liver is already in deep trouble. 2. The unseen symptoms. You can't afford to ignore one of the sneakiest parts of liver diseases: that its first warning signs are often subtle and easy to write off as just getting older. It's so important to learn how to listen for these whispers from your body before they turn into screams. Many people with early-stage liver damage feel what are called non-specific symptoms. This means they are so general, you'd probably just brush them off. Persistent fatigue is a huge one, not just being tired, but a deep, bone-weary exhaustion that sleep doesn't fix. You might also have a general feeling of being unwell, a lack of appetite, or weight loss you can't explain. Some people feel a dull ache or tenderness in their upper right belly, right where the liver sits. Because these symptoms are so vague, they often get ignored. But as the liver's function gets worse, more obvious signs can appear. It's important to know them, not to cause a panic, but to empower you to take action. One of the classic, more advanced signs is jaundice, which is a yellowing of the skin and the white of the eyes. This happens when the liver can't clear a substance called bilirubin from the blood. You might also notice your urine getting darker or your stools becoming pale or clay-colored. Another red flag is swelling, especially in your legs, ankles, or abdomen. A damaged liver struggles to make enough of the proteins that keep fluid inside your blood vessels, so it starts to leak into other tissues. A swollen belly, known as ascites, is a sign of high pressure in the liver, and is a very serious symptom. Perhaps one of the most frightening symptoms is hepatic encephalopathy. This occurs when toxins that your liver should have cleared build up in the bloodstream and reach the brain. It can show up as confusion, memory loss, mood swings, or even trouble with simple things like handwriting. In older adults, these cognitive shifts can be tragically mistaken for dementia, or just age-related forgetfulness, which delays the right diagnosis. Bruising or bleeding easily is another clue, since the liver makes the proteins your blood needs to clot. You might also experience itchy skin that has no visible rash, which is caused by the buildup of bioproducts. The point of recognizing these signs isn't to diagnose yourself. It's about being an informed advocate for your own health. If you notice a pattern of these symptoms, especially if they stick around, it's a clear signal to talk to your doctor and ask for a liver function test. Catching it early can make all the difference in the world. 3. Fortifying your liver, your 5-step practical guide. Hearing all of this might feel alarming, but here's the most important part of our conversation: your liver has an incredible ability to regenerate. You have the power to protect it and, in many cases, even reverse early-stage damage. This isn't about extreme diets or impossible goals, it's about making smart, consistent choices. Here's your 5-step guide to building a stronger, healthier liver. Step 1. Friend your liver with food. Your plate is your first line of defense. Focus on a balanced diet packed with antioxidants, which help protect your liver cells from harm. This means loading up on fruits, vegetables, especially leafy greens like spinach and kale, and whole grains. Lean proteins are also key. At the same time, you want to lighten the load on your liver. That means cutting way back on processed foods, sugary drinks, and anything high in saturated fats and refined carbs, like white bread and pastries. Those foods can directly contribute to fat building up in your liver. And don't forget to stay hydrated. Drinking plenty of water helps your liver flush out toxins. Step 2. Get moving to help your liver. Obesity is a major risk factor for non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. But losing even a small amount of your body weight, as little as 7 to 10%, can dramatically reduce liver fat, inflammation, and even scarring. Regular exercise is a fantastic tool for this. You don't need to run a marathon. Just aim for about 30 minutes of moderate activity, like a brisk walk, a swim, or a bike ride, on most days of the week. Exercise helps your body use up triglycerides for fuel, which directly pulls fat out of your liver. Step 3. Rethink your relationship with alcohol. As we've covered, your liver's ability to handle alcohol goes down with age. This is the time for an honest look at your drinking habits. For older adults, moderation is everything. The general guidelines suggest no more than 1 drink a day for women, and up to 2 for men, but many experts now argue the safest amount of alcohol for your liver is 0. If you have any existing liver concerns or risk factors, the wisest choice is to avoid alcohol completely. Step 4. Be smart about your meds and supplements. Your liver metabolizes every pill you swallow. If you're taking multiple medications, it's a great idea to schedule a review with your doctor or pharmacist just to talk about their impact on your liver. Be extra careful with over-the-counter drugs. Acetaminophen, which is in many common pain relievers, is perfectly safe at the right dose, but can be toxic to the liver in high amounts. Also, be skeptical of herbal supplements that promise a liver detox, as some can actually cause harm. Always talk to your doctor before starting any new supplement. Step 5. Get ahead of the problem with screening. Finally, be proactive. If you have risk factors like diabetes, high blood pressure, or obesity, talk to your doctor about getting regular liver function tests. These are simple blood tests that can catch early signs of trouble. Also, make sure you're vaccinated against hepatitis A and B, 2 viruses that can cause severe liver damage. Screening for hepatitis C is also vital, as many older adults may have been unknowingly exposed decades ago. The silent liver crisis is a real threat, but it doesn't have to be your story. By understanding the risks and taking these practical, empowering steps, you can shield your liver from harm and support its amazing ability to heal itself. If you found this helpful, please consider sharing it with your friends, your parents, or anyone over 60 you care about. Spreading this knowledge could genuinely save a life. And for more health guidance to help you thrive in your senior years, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Most importantly, if anything we talked about today hit home, please make an appointment with your doctor. Ask about your liver health, get the screenings you need, and take control of your well-being. It is never too late to start protecting one of the hardest working organs in your body. Your future self will be so grateful you did.